Ted here from Impactful Analytics. Today I am going to show you how to rename the fields of your x-axis using Power BI. The charts displayed here shows the percentage of respondents that answer a question of a poll. Power BI uses the values from the table column specified in the axis. Unfortunately, the values of our data start with the question number, as shown here. The results don't look good. Let's make some changes so that the results look better and look like this. Let's look at the data in our table. The Gov to Do column is used for both axis and values in our chart. We could name wrangle the data to fix the problem with the axis names, or in this video, we will create a separate table for the axis. In Power BI, create the table with two columns. One column should have the same column name as in the data table. In our example, it's Gov to Do. Create another column for the label. Enter each unique value of Gov to Do in a row and corresponding label values in Gov to Do label. Power BI will automatically link these two tables together because you use the same column name, Gov to Do. The final step is to change the axis from Gov to Do to Gov to Do label. Also note here that the value field is Gov to Do, but we renamed it percent of respondents for the visual's y-axis. Moving on now, we're going to create a table for our legend, which is the party column. So we'll create a party index table. As you see here, we just used a new table operation to create a table with two columns, and we will enter in the data. Fast forwarding a bit, we created the table for party, and we will load that into our model. As you can see here, we moved into our model, and you could see that it was linked up correctly. And if we go into the to edit our visual, you will see that I will change or remove the party from the axis and would put it in the party label. The downside to this is now, if we look at it, we have an order of the party as Democrat, Independent, and then Republican. And we don't want that order. So let's look to see how we can change it. After you go into the Power Query editor, select the party index, and what you want to do is go into the columns, and you want to add an index column. You will see that an index column was created by default. It starts at 0 and it increments by 1. We will use that to use that as the order in which we want the names of the labels to be listed. Now we're back in Power BI, and we are in the table, party table. Let's select the party index, and from there we go into column tools and select sort by column. what we want to do is sort by the column that we created, that index table that we created, and we called it party order. So when we go back to the visual, what we will see is the ordering of our legend has changed, so it is now Democrat, Republican, and Independent. So to recap, we have created a way to rename the x-axis labels, and also a way to create a custom ordering of them as well. So I hope you learned a lot in the video. Please join us for future videos at Impactful Analytics.